Hello, it is Wednesday, March 23rd, 2016. This is an unusual Wednesday's Word. Usually the camera's focused on me and I talk a little bit about the Bible. Today I'm in Savannah, Georgia on this Wednesday, but I'm headed back to Stokes County for a service tonight at the well. But for now, while I was on the river, I thought I would give you a little Wednesday's Word. Tonight at sunset begins the Jewish feast of Purim. On your calendar, even a regular calendar, you see it usually. I used to think it was Purim, but it's Purim. And it is the story of Queen Esther and how she, upon even threat of her life, possibility of death, she went to the king and said, "Save my people." The Jews were due to be destroyed by the evil Haman and his plot. And Esther said, "Please save my people." The king agreed to let the Jews fight rather than just be slaughtered and exterminated. And the Jews won mightily. The hand of God was upon them. And that is the holiday we're going to celebrate tonight. Now, we don't have to because I'm not a Jew, but it's something symbolic because if you'll remember, Esther's uncle/cousin, not sure what he was, Mordecai, said to her when he said, "You need to go to the king and plead for our people." She said, "But I could die." And he said, "But who knows that maybe you've come into the kingdom for such a time as this." And that's become a famous line for Christians. For such a time as this. Well, I'm telling you, for such a time as this applies to us right now. The world's never been in a state quite like it is. Prophecy being fulfilled. And in Walnut Cove, we are seeing a move of God. We finally entered the revival that we've longed for. We've prayed for, we've interceded for years. I can remember maybe 15 years ago, my friend Edith Searcy, who's passed on now, said to me, she said, "You're a type of Esther. You're interceding for your town of Walnut Cove. You are going before the King, our God, and saying, 'Please spare my town. Please spare my people. God, give us a great revival.'" She used to always say, "You are a type of Esther." So this story is very special to me. I remember we would be coming home, again, maybe 15 years ago, from my church in Winston-Salem. And we would go by this one particular street light in Winston-Salem, actually just as it becomes Walkertown. We would go by this one street light that would go out every time we'd go by it on a Wednesday night coming home from church or Sunday night. The street light would go out till it became almost a joke with my children. And all of a sudden one night we looked at the street. There's a street light right at the street sign and a street light. The one that kept going out is Esther Lane. And my older kids nearly freaked out when they saw that. They were like, "Mom, it's Esther Lane," because Edith was always saying, "You're an Esther for Walnut Cove." So the story is very beautiful to me. And in 2000, when I went to the synagogue in Greensboro to learn Hebrew and to learn about basic Judaism, they were going to teach us about the holidays, the holy days on the Jewish calendar. And I really thought we'd start with Passover. I told my friend Vicki, who went with me, we'll start with Passover because that's the first one on the holy calendar. But I told her, if they start with Purim, I'm going to freak out. Because they're not going to start with that one. It's not even one of the 7 biblically mandated ones. Guess what? They started with Purim, all about Easter and the Feast of Lots. It was just another confirmation to me that God was going to hear my plea. And that was 16 years ago. I knew God was going to hear my plea for Walnut Cove. And He has. All these years of intercession, save our people, He has answered. We're seeing a move of God in Walnut Cove. The river of God. I was excited to come to Savannah. The river of God in Walnut Cove is flowing right now. The Savannah River flows in and out. It's a tidal river. Right now it's going back out to sea. And I believe that's what's going to happen in Walnut Cove. The river of God's going to flow through the town and we're going to take it out to the world. I believe that. So that's your Wednesday's Word today. Just like Esther, she had come into the kingdom for such a time as this, and perhaps so have you. We'll be at the well tonight to celebrate at 7 o'clock. The move of God, the river of